Good evening. We are again back. So the exams are nearing. The question that runs through your mind is how to score full marks in my grammar part. So as far as 11th and 12th are concerned, for the Tamil Nadu uniform syllabus, the grammar questions will contain if clause, active voice, passive voice, direct speech and indirect speech. So today we are going to see about if clause, how to deal with the if clauses. So when you take if clauses, there are actually four types that has been marked as zero type, first type, second type and third type. So when it comes for the types, you have to know the situation and the structure. Situation type 0, it will tell about the scientific facts. Type 1, it will predict the near future. Type 2, it will tell you about the unlikely thing or hypothetical situation. And type 3 deals with the imaginary situation. These are the situations that you have to keep in mind. So I believe you knew the situations are and various types. So for type 0, what is the structure? So for type 0, when if clause has a present tense, main clause also will have a present tense. For instance, if water is heated, it evaporates. If ice is heated, it melts. So these are all the scientific facts. You know, when you heat the water, it evaporates. When you heat the ice, it melts. So when it is going to be a scientific fact, you have to go with the present tense. Now type 1, there will be only a little change. When it is going to be a near prediction, near future prediction, you have to go with the word will. Instead of present tense, you have to go with the word will. Now see the instance. If it rains, I will carry an umbrella. If it is heavy, I will lift it carefully. So I believe you understood what is the difference between a scientific fact and a near prediction. So when it is going to be near, you have to use the word will. Only this little change will be applicable for type 0 and type 1. Type 2, I told you the situation is unlikely or hypothetical question, and the structure is if clause you will have a past tense and in your main clause you will have would. Many make a mistake in type 2 and type 3. So please have a very careful note of this very important thing. If your if clause is going to have a past tense, your main clause will have would. If I were a butterfly, I would fly. If I were a chief minister, I would give this scheme. If I were a monkey, I would jump high buildings. So where, then would. This is your type 2. Now we are going for the type 3. Type 3 is purely imaginary situation. See, the question will be asked like this. They would have given you a sentence. They will ask you to combine using a if clause. So you have to realize the situation. You have to apply your structure and then you have to write the answer. For example, for type 3 and type 2, there will be always a confusion. So by unknowingly, you will be using would and have in your second type. That is wrong. You have to use have only in your type 3. Type 3, I'll give you an example. I told you they will give you a sentence and you need to combine them. Okay, now listen carefully to the sentence. I had a bicycle. I reached school on time. So the situation is that you have to create an imaginary situation for the given. See, the situation is you have a cycle, you reach school on time. But you have to create an imaginary situation for this. How will you create an imaginary situation? If I hadn't a bicycle, I would not have reached school on time. So this is how you have to use your intellectual part of your brain. So the situation is given, you have to think an imaginary situation for that and you have to apply the structure. If I hadn't had a bicycle, I would not have reached the school on time. Now go with the second example. I had a fall, I was badly injured. If I hadn't had a fall, I would not have injured. I would not have been injured. This is a passive sentence, so we are adding been. So, learning grammar is very easy if you start using your intellectual part of the brain. So, for any other English tips, please visit the page The Writing Nut in Instagram, YouTube, and also in the Facebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.